Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Solo Nerds. I'm your host, Tank, and today I have another special guest. Here's
How
my
you
good
doing?
friend. Hey, Mark. Here's my good friend, Mark. Kind of came in a little too early, but that's fine. Could do that.
Yeah, this is my first podcast, guys. Sorry.
All right, Mark. Tell them about yourself. What brings you to Incompetent Nerds, other than me inviting you a couple times
Sure,
before?
sure. I'll give you guys the highlights. Tank and I met a long time ago. The year was 2009. The game, if you call it a game, was PlayStation Home.
Good memories.
And we basically have been friends ever since. We've seen each other in person like three times now, so that's
Yep.
pretty cool. Traveled across the country for each other.
Yep.
But uh but yeah, we've been really close for a long time, and I got a Google Home Mini, so now I can just ask Google Home to play my Incompetent Nerds, and they just pick it up from wherever they find it, and they just play it.
Sweet.
So I'm a teacher, so since I had some free time over summer, I figured we'd get an episode in together before I had to go back to work. And yeah, I mean, I guess when I was like really thinking about like what we were going to talk about, I was thinking about sort of like how far like gaming has come, since like
That's fine.
2009. 'Cause that's like a whole decade, you
It
know?
it pretty much is. Like we're already knocking. We're like damn near close to 2019, so we're close to that decade from when we started playing. When we first met on PlayStation Home, going from there to like Uncharted to Call of Duty to Mag and all these other games that we played all the way till now. Even though that we were young kids at the time, we were young teenagers, to now we're grown adults, grown men, and it's like whoa, gaming has changed, and time for us to play has changed as well. We're not as active as we used to be, but when we are, we just fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like it's something that never really like you never really lose it, if you enjoy gaming. It's one of those things where like it's never gonna go away from you. Like I was thinking the other day, like Fortnite is like 100 player versus player, and I remember when we were excited for like Battlefield was like 64, and that was like we were pumped for that, right?
Yep. Or remember Mag, 128 players, like that was
Yeah,
pump.
that was a big deal, and now it's just people do it with like it's nothing, and they stream it at the same time, and they do cross game chat, and
Oh yeah,
just all this technology is crazy.
we definitely got to get an episode going. Whereas me, you, Key has been on here several times, and also Jay Moore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get the
That
and
old squad.
Yep, and Devour. We were able to get Devour on here.
Oh
It'll be
wow,
like if we able to do this, have the whole QNet crew back together for a podcast. This will be. I feel like that will be love.
that's a
Uh,
throwback right
that
there.
is a throwback because you have literally the five founding fathers of QNet, which
Yeah,
kind of fell
QNEG
out.
was our squad that we played in Uncharted 2. We were pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Yep.
Plunder was our game mode, but
Oh yeah.
we basically won everything.
I never trust myself with capturing the treasure and moving. It was always you or it was always you and Key. It was like, yeah, you guys go ahead and take it. I'll cover. Plot, 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 plot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a
um,
good time, man. It
yep.
was I miss that about games where they now it's like it's less run and gun, and it's more like, oh, let's like how fast can you build, which like I absolutely hate Fortnite, but
Yeah.
games change over the years. You gotta be adaptable.
Yeah. I do like what I like about Fortnite is the differences between that and other battle royale games. For the fact that there's only two major battle royale games, and that is just Fortnite and uh, PUBG. And even though PUBG, oh my god, it's losing players left and right.
Really? Dude, I still like it. You actually introduced it to me when I came to Chicago. We went to
Ignite,
a gaming lounge, yeah,
yeah,
and we played PUBG because Fortnite wasn't working for some reason. But I mean, I still like it.
dude, I liked it too, but like I can see why people are leaving. They still haven't fixed any of the bugs. It's slowly like getting fixed, But what's coming out faster than it getting fixed is the fact that it's like they're just trying to sell shit.
Oh, they're trying to compete
Yeah,
with.
they're just selling shit before fixing the game. So it's like, first
Yeah,
of all, if you fix the game first and then you offer these microtransactions and all this other stuff, you don't offer the microtransaction first and then you sell and
then
then you fix the game.
yeah. Well, I think that's like where Fortnite just like hit it out of the park because like they already had their multiplayer like ready to go and they were getting ready to make their single player. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but then like since the multiplayer took off, they just were like, okay, we're gonna just do this, and it's like people. I don't know why people are obsessed with buying skins and all that bullshit, but people love it,
Yeah,
and you mean the game's like simple and easy to play, and that's why everybody buys it.
yeah. It was actually the other way around. The single player was the first to be almost complete,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
when they released the beta to it, and it took fucking it. When was Fortnite first announced? I think it was 2011, 2012.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was in development hell for a long time, and then and you can even tell if you watch like their early clips, like how the art style changed and everything. And then when the whole battle royale scene came around, they're like, well, we're still working on this game. We could definitely try something different. Go into this battle royale, see what happens. Like, what can we lose? It looks like we're gonna cancel this game anyway. And boom, fucking Fortnite took off, especially with the building mechanics. No other game, no other battle royale game on the market has that. Every battle royale game has been a carbon copy of PUBG,
Yeah.
and PUBG was a carbon copy of fucking DayZ and H1Z1.
H1Z1, yeah.
Like these were all like all of them were the same style, you know, tactical shooters, a couple well placed hits, the enemy's down, you keep moving
Right.
forward to your last one standing. Fortnite was like, nah. For Fortnite,
Yeah.
it's not a more tactical shooter. It's more of a fun gameplay where you're running around, you're wasting entire clips trying to kill one person, and then you're building like your own
Forts.
fortifications and
Little
stuff like
forts,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's why people like it though, is because like it's so easy to play and it's
it
so
is.
like it's the social aspect of it is like crazy because you can learn how to play it in a day and then people squat up and you get a W and then you're like, oh, I gotta do this on my own, then you're hooked.
Yeah, especially the that you have. What else? It's built for casuals, so that's why it blew up so fast.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
since it's built for
Exactly.
casuals, it's easy to get into. And since it's easy to get into, you're attracting more people because it's more like, hey, Mark, you got to play this game.
Right, right,
Super
right.
simple. It's super easy. You know, you just get in there, you shoot, and that's it. Well, game Fortnite. I've been hearing
Yeah.
about it. I don't really care, bro. You have to try it, and that's what
Yeah.
happened with my brother. All his friends were constantly playing Fortnite, Fortnite, Fortnite. My brother, all he plays is sports video games. He doesn't play any other type.
Hmm.
He's like, you know what? Let me give it a try. And I told, because he was telling me about it. He's like, hey, have you heard about this game Fortnite? Yeah, I heard about it. I played every once in a while. And he goes, he goes, well, everybody's telling me about it. I'm not sure. I'm like, bro, it's free to play. You just download it and you
You
just
just
play it.
download.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not getting charged anything. And he goes, all right. Next thing you know, like a week later, this motherfucker is like asking me about headsets and controllers and all this other stuff to get a better advantage in playing. He broke his headset because out of frustration. He was playing solo and was literally damn near. I think it was 5 people left, and the storm caught him. And as he's running, he gets out of the storm. Somebody just blasts his ass. He got so mad, he just smashed his fucking headset. Then calls me and tells me, "Hey man, do you have an extra gaming headsets?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "You're lucky I do. Why? What happened to yours? I broke them. How the fuck did you break them?" I was mad, bro. I get mad too, but I don't get that
Yeah.
mad.
This is small potatoes to the stuff we've had to deal with.
Oh my god, you were
Like
never there.
losing games because of lag,
Oh yeah,
like the
But
most ridiculous, like cheater, like people cheating when like cheating wasn't even a thing.
lag switching.
Yeah, like, all the stuff we had to deal with, and like we managed to not never break anything because like
We never cared for that. We was
shit.
we were fucking gamers. We were professionals when we went on a scene. We weren't these cheating assholes who use glitches to their advantage, hide in maps, or lag switch just to make it better on just to make their outcome better, and we will lose our fucking minds.
Yeah, I mean it was frustrating for sure, but I
I would
mean,
say you were the calmest out of all of us, though.
oh, that's a sweet thing to say.
I would gotta say that you were always the calmest one out of all of us. Like, even though you be like, "Fuck," that what it was. It was just like, "Fuck,
No,
shit."
it's definitely yeah. I definitely internalized. Like in
Yeah,
my entire life, I
where
internalized.
me and Key were like, "Fuck!" What you fucking
Yeah,
kidding me?
it's funny too. You guys were the ones that had all the. You were like home alone most of the time.
Yeah,
So you
and
just had
we
the
would have
whole
a yell fest every time we get
yeah
just
whole
stomped.
house to yourself.
Where you would be like, "Damn it, man!
It's
You really got that like that Californian boy in you, where he's like real chill, laid back."
the weather, man.
It is because it's
Yeah,
like
nothing to
where
say about
me and Key fucking you got East Coast and Midwest over here losing our fucking shit.
it. Yeah, you gotta just take it easy. So what are you playing right now?
Shit. Right now I've been on my Switch. My PlayStation Plus expired, so I haven't been playing any games. Even though I could play Fortnite on there or any other free to play games online for free, I haven't been touching my PlayStation. I actually been on my Nintendo Switch playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been stuck on that because me and my guy were like in this competition. He's like a level 60 something. I'm like a level 40. And leveling up in that bitch takes time.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese RPG. So I've been stuck on that, getting there and moving forward.
Oh,
So, and what I
just
love
came.
about the Switch, you seen it, you played it. What I love about it is I could literally take it off my dock, take off the controllers. I have this tablet holder over my bed, and where have my iPad, you seen, and I
Yeah.
watch my videos and stuff. I place it there, and I just lay down and play games. I play my Switch until I fall asleep, and it's usually at night.
Yeah.
Because literally throughout the day, my gaming intake has decreased. It's usually at night, like
Yeah.
maybe an hour before bed or something like that.
That's good. Yeah, it's like a nice way to wind down.
Oh yeah, unless you're
Did
playing fucking Fortnite.
does Nintendo have like trophies and stuff?
No, and they were questioned about that actually, and they never did. They said no, that's not in our.
On their wheelhouse?
Yeah, like no, the trophies and achievements. That's not in there.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't know. It's like I have a love-hate relationship with trophies because like
Me and you both.
yeah, it's like you obviously need to get 100% because like why the hell are you doing it
Yeah,
then, right? But it's also like I don't want to play the game just to get the trophy because then it's just like an achievement that sort of means nothing, but it does. I don't know. I've always had like a weird. I never realized how I felt about them.
yeah.
I think Uncharted was the only ones I was able to platinum. Did you play the new Uncharted with
No,
Chloe and Nadine?
no, I didn't.
I don't. Do you like that Naughty Dog did that? Like I'm getting. I don't know. I feel like they just like jumped on the Uncharted bandwagon and they're like, oh, let's like milk this franchise for all we can.
Well, I had a feeling they were gonna franchise it. Franchise. They were gonna milk it after Drake's story was done. So you could say the Uncharted series is still gonna go on. I feel it's just the Drake saga is done. That's complete.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I
And
mean you can't. I mean, there's nothing more to tell.
no, you went on 4 adventures with him. Out of the 4 adventures, what was it? 3 of them had the paranormal. You could say. I want to say the fourth one kind of had like a paranormal theme to it. Even though it's
Yeah,
like didn't
I
show
mean,
creatures or stuff, it was just the obsession.
yeah, sure. It was more of like a within you sort of
Yeah,
idea.
It's like no, like this treasure is cursed, and those who look for it become so obsessed with it that's the only thing they want. I feel like it was something like that. That's Drake wasn't really too crazy about it, but his brother was,
Right.
and that's why when he was talking, like when him and his brother were chatting about it, he was like, he's like, all these years, you still want this, you're obsessed with it, and the fact that
Yeah.
his brother was gonna die for it, he goes, no,
Like, relax, dude. Well, it's like at that point he had already discovered three. So
yeah,
he's like a professional treasure hunter, and his brother's over here like trying to get number one. He's like, dude, I gotta go get. I'm like, Drake's like, take it easy.
yeah,
They're not all they're cracked up to be.
yep. Because after dealing with those three, it was just crazy. Oh my
So
god.
so let me ask you, we've never really talked about it as a whole. What's your favorite, like playing the whole series, Uncharted 1 through 4, what's the one moment in the story or any of the stories where you were like, wow, that was fun gameplay, that was a fun story, I was on the edge of my seat. That was it for me. Like, what's the one thing that sticks out in your mind?
I would say it would be Uncharted 2. You know what? Let me go back. It was Uncharted 1. When playing the
Okay.
game, I felt like this was similar to Tomb Raider. Just more of a puzzle solving and third person shooter. It was more
Mm-hmm.
action and puzzle. I'm like, and I love the story. I'm like, man, this is really great. What really, really like surprised me was the paranormal added in there. I was like, wait a
At
minute,
the
wait,
end.
what? Why is this in here? Like, I didn't expect that. I expect him to be a treasure hunter, fighting against goons, and taking the treasure for himself, and that was it. I did not expect the whole paranormal part. And then going on to the second one, it was like, damn, we got it again. We went to
Mm-hmm.
Shangri-La and all this other stuff. It's like, holy crap, this is crazy. And how massive that city was, especially how they were pushing that system to its limits at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
then, of course, the third one. What got me with the third one was the paranormal was there, but it was all an illusion.
Yeah.
And that's what I hated. I'm like, fuck, we couldn't really see the jinn. We couldn't see them or fight them or whatever. We were just stuck in an illusion the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the fourth one came around, I think this is why everybody felt, even though everybody praised the game because of the story, gameplay, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But some people like myself had a small gripe, which was, where's the paranormal element in this? There isn't one.
Yeah.
So I dove deeper into it, and I was like, I feel like there is. They're just not saying it, and that the treasure is cursed, and those who sought after it becomes obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But I did like the pirate element of it, though. That shit was pretty tight. It reminded me of like Pirates of the Caribbean and
All right.
shit.
So, yeah.
After that, I'm like, I want to go see Black Pearl again. That shit was good.
Yeah, like that's what that would be cool. It's like a pirate-based game, just like something about the Caribbean. I don't know. I feel like that's never really been done that successfully.
Yeah, because I know Ubisoft, and I just kind of feel like we just sidetracked off of this from Uncharted, but we'll go back to that after this. Ubisoft is making one called Skull and Bones, and it's just like a spin-off off of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag when they was using the ships to fight, like combat.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like that because you can't board ships and fight.
Yeah.
I would love a pirate game in where you could do that whole ship battles, naval battles, but also board and actually have that gameplay of boarding and fighting and then get back on your ship
Or yeah.
or
Or take.
steal, yeah, or take that ship and then fucking sail off to the riches. I'm like, that would be pretty fun, especially if you add like some paranormal elements. Like, let's say takes place in like the Caribbean or the Pacific Ocean or Indian Ocean. Like, you staying like these are the regions of high piracy, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also you could add like the Kraken or other shit in there. That would be pretty tight.
Right.
Like, give it that realism, but also let's give it some myth. Let's give it some myth. Like the myth, like sailors' myth. They always come back from sea something about they saw mermaids or the Kraken. or other
or Bermuda
creatures of the
Triangle.
seas.
There's like so many things you can go in like the Caribbean.
Exactly, and it's like this is all based on stories,
Right.
myths from sailors and pirates at this time, and you just make it real. And next you know, you're playing the game, you're fighting against a fucking kraken. It's like holy shit, this sucker's huge.
Yeah, that's what I feel like has kind of gone from games in general. I mean, now we're really off topic, but just like telling a story, I mean, movies too, if
Yeah,
like we want to get into movies, but like just telling a story that's it doesn't have to be true, but it makes you like connect to the characters in a way that, you root for them and you give a shit about them, and it's not just like some plot that you can see like a mile away, or like foreshadowing that's just like hit your face like 50 times before it happens, and you're not even ready for it because you like checked out 20 minutes ago.
yeah.
Like that's what's missing from like just entertainment in general, in my opinion.
But yeah, back to Uncharted. What was the same question that you told me? What was the moment in the series that was like that wow factor to you?
So there's two that come to mind. There's in Uncharted 2 when he's going through Tibet, when he's going up the side of the mountain
Yeah,
with
Tenzin.
Tenzin, yes. That to me was like, wow, this is like gaming right here, because it was like you're in the middle of the story. I think he had to chase down Elena or Chloe, I forgot, and you know it was really hard. Like on Crushing, it was really hard to get through because there were just like I think that's when those like heavy guys came in. Like you saw those for the first time,
Oh
and
yeah, those bastards were difficult.
yeah, like that was just like, wow, this is just a great game. And the second part that came to mind was in Uncharted 3, with the plane. That was when I was playing that, I was like, wow, like they're just taking Uncharted to like a different level each time. And you're right, it's not that, with Uncharted 4, nobody didn't like it, but it just seemed like they were just trying to make one more game to tie up loose ends.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, are we allowed? Yeah, we can spoil it now at this point, right?
it's been what, damn near 5, 8 years.
Yeah. Okay. So if you haven't played Uncharted 4, pause and like skip ahead a minute. But playing his little girl at the end with Elena, I was like, yes, he got the girl. They had a kid. He got everything he ever wanted. That was the happy ending I was rooting for like a long time.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I still with all that being said, I still want to play, the new Uncharted. Or did you ever play the PSP version?
I did, and I beat it.
You said it was like a prequel, right?
It was a prequel.
Okay.
It took, you could say, yeah, it's before one. I think way before one in terms of timeline,
Hmm.
and it was like his first adventure
Okay.
because he worked before, but I think this was like um where it's gotten really really big.
Yeah.
And I think there was another one. Remember the card game?
The card game.
They had an Uncharted card game. No, was it a card? No, it wasn't.
Oh
Yeah, there
no,
was.
no, it was the little comic book strips. Is that
Oh
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah, the little motion. Yeah, the motion
about?
comic.
I have Indra.
Yep.
Man, I was loving it because Eddie Raja was in that one with and then there was like Nadine came into play at some point. Chloe was involved. And that one was cool. I think it was like a PlayStation Plus exclusive or
Yeah, it
like
was.
a viewer thing.
I
But
remember that.
I mean, it was a great franchise. I mean, still is a great franchise. But I mean, there's nothing better than going 5-on-5 and seeing who can capture five. You know,
Oh
you'll
yeah.
never, no game will ever be able to come close to that.
No. I say Uncharted 2 still had the best multiplayer because it was so simple.
Yeah, and it was like run and gun, and you actually had to care about what you were doing, and kills did not equal success in that game.
No, it didn't. It was more like teamwork.
Yep.
You could say there was a precursor to Overwatch.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny because like people, it's funny what people choose to get hyped about, you know?
Yeah.
Like oh, you use teamwork and you like work together and you have to go capture you have to capture the what like uh what are they called? The survivors or whatever. And it's like they can't get killed.
Yeah.
It's like what you're literally describing so calm and like Uncharted to me. Like I was playing that in 2009.
Yeah. Oh my God, so calm. The good old days.
Yeah, so on that same like theme of like storytelling, what have you seen? What about movies? Have you seen any movies or interested in anything like that lately on the big screen?
Have you seen what's that movie? Crap. How can I forget about it? Oh crap! It was such a good movie. It's a BH film. Where Buddy is he gets upgraded with a chip to the back of his neck because he's a paraplegic.
Upgrade. It's literally
Upgrade.
it's called Upgrade.
That's
I did
it.
see Upgrade.
That movie I really fucking enjoyed. Like
Yeah?
the movies coming out recently, I was like, man, like none of these movies are great. You have, of course, your traditional Marvel films coming out, which I'm gonna go check out Ant-Man the Wasp today. Um, but other than that, it's like nothing has been driving me.
Driving you to the
Yeah,
theaters.
driving me to theater. So like, oh, you gotta see this movie. This movie's amazing. Okay, and I go see the movie. It's like it wasn't all that great, but Upgrade, I really really enjoyed it. Like that was fun.
Why did you like it? What, just because it was so different?
It was different. It
And
had
I
the
mean,
whole, you had your action part of it, but it didn't overtake it. You
right.
had your story element, which was pretty phenomenal, and your twist ending, which had a
Right.
twist. It's like, wait a fuck, because
The
as you're
twist.
watching the movie, you're like, I predict the ending. I already know who's the bad guy.
Yeah, it's like a twist within a twist, and you're
And then
like,
you're like,
"Ah."
exactly, like, oh shit. Oh shit. And there was a lot of those moments in there too, because man, it was gory.
Yeah, it was definitely. And the guy chasing him, the antagonist, I was like, wow, like this could really be in like our future, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because how convenient. I mean, we won't. I'll try not to spoil too much, but like, how convenient that the cops randomly like couldn't get the image was blurry on those people
Exactly.
who did that to his wife. But yeah, I agree. That was a great story, and I was definitely caught off guard by everything about that movie. And that, I mean, I guess at that point, that's what you go for, right? Is like you want to thoroughly enjoy your experience from like start to finish.
Oh yeah, you want a wow factor. You want something that's enjoyable. You want to be like, my money was well spent. And I really
Right.
liked that movie because it was just, as watching it, it was like, this is so fucking good. And it didn't feel, to me, it didn't feel like it dragged on. It's like those small moments where it's transitioning. Those transitions didn't feel like it was dragging. There was
Yeah.
nice small transitions showing you different, like how he's getting into point A to point B and moving on and moving ahead. It's like I really like this movie. This movie really deserves, people to watch it. It was really really good.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably like given the fact that when it came out, it was like behind Tag and like Ocean's 8. It probably didn't stay in theaters that long.
No, but it was a BH film, which are known to have low budgets, but tend to have a lot of cult followings. And I feel like this one's gonna have a cult following.
Yeah. That
And
was,
and I think it already passed its budget in terms of sales
oh, that's good.
because the
That's always
budget
good.
was like I think 5 mil, 10 mil. I want to say it was a low budget, but it didn't look low budget at all, man. Those
Yeah, yeah,
sucker
of
was
course.
fucking.
Super high production value.
Oh yeah, and I like BH films because they're low budget, but the people who create those films are so fucking creative. It's like we're gonna use an iPhone to film this movie.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean, you see a lot of cool shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty amazing. Like you have people with when it comes to like their movies, like the other movie coming out by BH Film, It's like about the dark web and people are FaceTiming or on
Oh,
Skype.
yeah. What's it? Hold on, I'll find it. What's it called? It's called something.
I think it's supposed to be.
But it's just called Unfriended
Um,
Dark Web.
yeah, like that's another film. Like something tells me that whole movie was this film using uh high res high res cameras that mimic your computer screen,
Hmm.
or the fact that they are using your computer's webcam and or just filming that way,
Right, right, right.
and then just put it in post production, make it look pretty, have the right lighting and stuff like that, and boom, it's like what the fuck.
Yeah, that's a project I'd want to be a part of.
Oh yeah, like oh we're gonna make a movie. Okay,
Yeah,
so what we're gonna do? Sit in front of our laptops and
laptops.
Skype each other for a while and talk shit. That doesn't sound like we could do it. They done it. I just need the backbone and I just need the support from people and maybe a backbone to get it done. But yeah. Oh, talking about other good stories. Other than movies and games, have you heard of a Twitter account called The Sun Vanished?
The sun vanished. No, I have not.
Bro, you have a Twitter account, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking it up right now.
Follow this motherfucker.
Okay.
So it's literally an ARG, uh, augmented reality game, where this guy who his story is all based on the sun has just vanished. He woke up one morning, there's no sunlight outside. On the news, they're talking about the sun's vanished, the world has gone to shit. People are looting, rioting, and doing all crazy shit. And it literally leads into all this crazy. Is this a crazy ass story? Like he started this in April of 2018. Had
Mm-hmm.
no followers. 1 month later, he had 16 followers. Now,
308,000.
exactly.
So what's the premise here? It looks
He's
like.
just surviving this world, and where the sun has vanished, stars has vanished. I'm not trying
Mhm.
to spoil much for you, but you can literally read all of his updates, his Twitter feeds. You can read
Yeah.
all of his Twitter feeds within a fucking hour.
So he's replying to the people
Yep. He's
who
replying
comment.
to people who comment. People ask him questions, he replying, and he also has polls. So you can vote on whether there's one tweet he posted where he's like, I don't know if I should stay or should I go. You guys vote. So the readers will be has a choice of what he could do when he brings this the polls up. Does you changing the story, the reader changes the story. And when he had that poll up, I think it was like 70% of the readers told him stay home, like don't leave.
Hmm.
And then the story was altered. So you could say when he brings up these little things, the story gets altered. And he doesn't update every day. He doesn't post a Twitter message every day.
Okay.
So he adds suspense. He'll go a couple days constantly tweeting, letting you know the status and what's going on with videos, pictures, and all this other stuff. But then nothing. He pulled a 1 week, like we haven't heard from him. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if he's dead or captured. We don't know what's happening. And then he'll post up like, "Sorry guys, we were too far from a cell tower before I could reply. Whatever. I had to get closer to a cell tower." And it's like, holy shit! It adds this suspense, especially these little videos. Your fucking heart rate goes up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Yep. And there's already theories on YouTube. Like if you look up the sun vanish, people are saying like, oh, people are saying like this is an alternate universe. Somebody's replying that in this alternate universe the sun has vanished. Until you realize like this guy's putting up polls and stuff. It's a fucking story he's telling.
Yeah.
There's also another theory that this account is tied to another Cloverfield movie. But after doing questionings about Buddy and asking him certain questions about Cloverfield, he's like, what the hell is a slow show? So like, okay, that doesn't exist. So this is just his own thing.
Hmm.
And then you have another one, which is Dear David. That's another Twitter account story. This is based on this guy who was a artist, I think a comic book artist, where he's in his apartment. He's being haunted by a little boy named David, and the story has been progressing. That this fucking story that started on Twitter is now getting its own movie.
Shit.
And that's what happened. It was just a story. It wasn't anything too major.
That's the way to go, man.
Yeah, it's just like you use these platforms and you tell a story. And I gotta say, these two guys has fucking killed it. Dear David's pretty good, but it's been going on I think for a couple years. So that one's it's more like a haunted fucking scary story, where this one is more like a thriller. It's more like a post-apocalyptic thriller, you could say. Sun vanished.
Yeah, it's definitely using like Twitter in a medium that I don't think has been used before,
No.
which is cool.
And I think this is gonna open ideas for other people to like create their own stories. Like for example, you want to create a story, but you want to do it in a different way. So what do? You use Instagram. You post pictures, and you tell a story using that. People probably flock to it.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna see these people like just the creativity of somebody's mind just goes along.
Yeah, it's always I always like everybody says to like write and stuff, but like I feel like I don't know, like how does the inspiration come to these people to just not only have these ideas but do it in such like a different way?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the inspiration or the creativity when they see something and they look at it. They just wanted to, you know that curiosity kicks in, and what can I use this for other than what it was made for?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use it for something else? Can I use Twitter not just to create these post updates, which has for people to see what I'm doing in my life? Can I do something else? Can I make it like where it's not what it was made for? And
Right.
people do it, and fuck, boom, creativity explodes, and
and people
people
love it 'cause
follow.
it's different too. Yeah.
Yeah, something tells me this guy's gonna get in contact by movie studios or a book site or a book or a publisher for a book, whatever, and boom,
Off to the races.
I could definitely see a movie. But it needs to be in a found footage type. It can't be like a traditional movie.
It can't be shot. Yeah.
Yeah, if you read this and see the pictures and watch like the little clips he posted, you'll
Mm-hmm.
see why it's best if it's like a found footage type.
Right.
Because it will add so much fucking suspense. You're gonna have a motherfucker leaving the audience with a heart attack, bro. You're gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh shit, nothing happened. Ah! Something happened.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. What else? Sun vanished. Dear David. We talked about gaming, movies. What else has been going on, Mark?
Well, I guess on that note, I'll talk a little bit about that. So, like, I mean, Tank knows, but everybody at home will now know. I'm an actor in LA, and recently I've been starting to do stand-up comedy with my mom actually,
Oh, nice.
and it's pretty cool because we've been learning how to write jokes and write together.
Yeah.
But one of the things I always was like pretty adamant about was that like I never wanted to be the creator. I wanted to be able to take people's ideas like this and bring them to life, on screen or on whatever on YouTube. And but now it's like everybody sort of has to, the best stories that are told are ones that are true or just have characters that are really like people really resonate with.
Yeah.
So like as I write that or as I write jokes and you just like learn like writing technique, you realize like why all these studios are like remaking all these movies, because it's really really hard to find something that people give a shit about,
Yeah.
like the argument by a couple people has been made that like all art has been produced already,
Yeah.
right? Or at least the archetypes of art, and everything else is just, you know, a copy of
Yeah.
some sort in some way.
That all
So do you,
originality is gone from art.
right? So I guess that begs the question: do you believe that, or anybody at home, do you guys believe that?
Can't speak for everybody at home, but any of our listeners. But I would say no. Everybody's always coming up with something different, creative. Now, when it comes to Hollywood movies, the originality, you could say it's very rare. Um, but other than that, you have sources like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, um, remember Musically, and also remember Vine.
Mhm.
You had
Yeah.
people creating these short clips, like short films, or even full fledged movies on these platforms with total originality, coming up with something different. Either be a comedy, horror, thriller, action. It was always something fun and different, like Rocket Jump. They'll come up with funny action type, like literally action snippets or short films with just great fucking editing. And these guys would just, and it was always funny because
Hmm.
it'll either be an actual weapon that they will use as a prop, or it'll be a Nerf gun that will be you that will fire like an actual weapon, and they're like, holy crap, this is pretty amazing. And I would say people resonate with comedy more than they do with other medias, whether uh genres of content. It's always comedy that just goes up.
Yeah, I mean, it brings people together, and it's about like when you write comedy, you're writing about, you know, things you hate and things that you're not okay with, and things about society or the world that aren't
Yeah.
the status quo.
And with comedy, you could just you could be controversial because that's what
Yeah,
comedy
of course.
is.
Yeah, it
You
should
know,
be.
yeah, and you'll hurt feelings left and right, but guess what? That's what comedy is. You're not there to please everybody. You're there to like make fuckers laugh, and even though you make them laugh by saying a certain words or phrases or certain controversies that's happening in the world today and make light of it, that's how it is.
Hmm.
Like there was one comedian, I forgot who it was, and I think you might hit it, where he literally had a 9/11 joke months after it happened, and people were just like, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, too soon." But that's just comedy. Comedy's always
Yeah.
been controversial. You
I
have
mean,
Dave Chappelle who had this whole issue with the transgender community because of the
oh,
joke he
right.
did on his special on Netflix, and he
Hmm.
says it in his third one. And he's like, I don't mean any. He's like, I love you people. He's like, I don't mean no mean by it. It's just that's how he is.
Yeah, if he has a problem with it, like he's gonna say it because like that's what his art is. Like that's the medium of his art.
Exactly.
Like Hannibal Buress, who's like blowing up right now. Do you know the black guy with the glasses? He's like been in literally everything recently.
I'll have to look him up. I think I might know who he is.
He was just in, yeah, I mean, he was just like the black guy in Tag, if you've seen a trailer for that.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, literally been in everything recently, and the way he got famous was he was a stand-up comedian, and he was the one who exposed, you know, Bill Cosby and all those, you know, all those allegations and brought it to trial. I mean, he didn't bring it to trial personally, but you know, he was just doing a show and he said the joke about Cosby, and then people got all offended. They're like, "What?" And he's like, "You guys didn't know that? Yeah, Google that shit." I mean, he brought something to light that, you know, people didn't even remember.
Yeah.
And
And you know what's funny? A lot of comedians have brought a lot of shit to light that are just coming out.
yeah, totally.
They constantly talk shit about the whole, like before the Me Too movement came out, they were constantly talking shit about, in Hollywood and how fucking producers and directors and how they were not just women actors, but also men and children actors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like comedians have been always talking about that shit, and people take like, ha, he, Mr. Weinstein won't do that, and then look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, what is it, like 10, 15 cases on his ass, and there's probably many more, but that's all they could use to get him now.
It's a lot.
It's like, holy crap. And you got other actors, you know, men, women, and children that are coming out, and especially the children who grew up talking about, like, it's really not a great industry to be in, because the people who work there are not the greatest.
Well, yeah, just but you also, like, I mean, you have to realize, I mean, people have to realize that, like, if comedians are there to make you feel uncomfortable, then, like, why do you feel uncomfortable? Like, if your kid's an actor, like, I would never let my kid go in a room alone with an adult, like, ever. Whether it was wardrobe, an audition, like, what, like, I don't care what it is. Like, I'll sit in the corner and I'll keep my mouth shut, but my kid's not going in there alone, like, period.
Especially with you, I don't know your ass.
Exactly. Like, people, you know, I guess, like, that's what you're right. That's what people resonate with more, and that's what, you know, people need to deal with the uncomfortable feelings in their life, because that's what makes change.
Exactly. And that's why I feel like comedy's a tough subject. And even I saw a special where with all these, oh my gosh, and Key would love to be on this episode.
Yeah, I know. I was
and
like,
where they're super sensitive.
The part where we need him, because like you and me we're pretty open, we're pretty middle of the road. Like, do what you want, we're all right. But he'll be the one, like, having his arguments, like, bullet pointed and be like, well,
well, you see here on the national and on the government side with actual facts. But you know, I love Key. He actually brings out the facts, which is pretty helpful when he's on your side.
Yeah.
But when he's on the opposite side, it's like, son of a bitch.
I think he just doesn't want to admit he's, like, more liberal than and Jordan, we love you, but he's more liberal than he wants to come off as. And he just, like, doesn't want to admit it.
No, me and him actually had a discussion on our political views, and even though on this channel we don't talk about political views, that's something that will fucking go crazy on here, I know. But
yeah.
Me and him actually had a conversation, and he actually agreed with me that me and him are more centralists.
Yeah.
Leaning towards a certain side. So in terms of my political views, I'm more of a centralist. I am both a liberal and a conservative, but I lean more left.
Yeah, sure.
Where he is the same thing, but he leans more right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we both agree, especially when we got older. When we were younger, I was like liberal and he was straight conservative. And then when we got older, we realized, like, yeah, both these parties fucking suck.
Yeah. Well, it's so like once they start doing stuff with your money that you're like, wait, I had to go to work how many hours?
I didn't agree to this bullshit.
Yeah.
He wasn't representing me properly. But after, like, getting older and realizing, like, why should we just constantly vote for the party that's just they just say, like, it's the best party? Like, why not vote for the candidate that is best for the position?
Yeah.
So that's when it comes to the whole centralist, where you vote for the person who is best fit for that position, be it conservative, liberal, green, whatever, or any other type of party.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say about it is people get really upset, like, when their candidate loses. But I think that's not, like, you don't vote to be like, oh, we won or we lost. Like, no, you shouldn't vote to do that. You should vote for exactly what you said.
Yeah, you
it's
vote
like,
for the candidate best suited for the job and best represents.
But back on the topic of comedy, it needs to. You're right. I'm trying to write jokes, you know, that I don't want to. I'm trying to find my voice. They call it your voice in comedy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find things I can write about that I care about, that not necessarily everybody else cares about. But it's tougher than it sounds.
It is. Well, you always talk about the times your life was in danger.
Yeah.
Like that one time when me and you were driving on the road in New Hampshire, and I told you to put the high beams on, and instead of turning on the high beams, you turned the motherfuckers off, and we were hitting a curve. Like, this is not good.
that was not good.
Oh
It's my
god.
dad's car.
Oh god. Fucking scary shit there. It was funny too. I'm like, bro, I see you should turn on the high beams. He's like, why? I'm like, this reminds me of Puerto Rico. You turn on the high beams, you're gonna see farther on the road. You'll be fine. All right, cool. Lights off. Ah! Lights back on. Let's not do that again. Nope. It was so fucking dark. And what's funny was, as soon as he turned it on, there was a curve in the road. Like, man, that would have been bad.
Yep. And then we ended up at a house
That we
in
weren't
the middle
supposed
of
to be
nowhere.
at.
That was not in the middle of nowhere. And this nice old lady comes out and is like, I think you have the wrong address.
We think so too.
And then she tells us that they keep ordering Chinese food and pizza and have it sent to her house
Yep.
instead.
Wrong place. And she's like, I'm used to it. It always happens. Then we finally make it to the right destination and we're about to choke fucking Key. Oh,
Silly.
man. Good times. Fucking New Hampshire was fun. I want to go back to Boston though.
Boston was cool. We didn't have enough time there.
No, we didn't. I really want to go to a Red Sox game.
Yeah. Yep.
What else?
How are the Cubs doing? Are they in first place?
Shit, I believe so. Let's see.
Have you made it out to a game this year?
I did. I went last week. Last
Nice.
week, Friday. What you call it? Went last week Friday. No, it was last week, Saturday. So to celebrate my brother's birthday, we all surprised him. He was. Oh, guys, it's a funny story. So we're at his house. It's me. There's a bunch of family. My girlfriend. We're all there, and my brother's girlfriend opens up the door. She goes, "Shh, he's taking a shower. When he's done, we'll get him. We'll go." Like, cool. So we get upstairs. There's a lot of us. We're hanging out in his dining room, and you could hear him blasting music, taking a shower. So we're just waiting on him, man. We're like, damn, man, this guy needs to hurry up. So my mother, she goes, well, he knows I'm supposed to be here to take him out for breakfast. So I'm gonna go check on him to see if he could hurry up. So she knocks on the door. She opens it up. Hey, hey, Papi, are you ready? I'm here to get breakfast for it to take you out. He goes, hey, Mom, just give me a couple minutes. Okay, closes the door. He's like, he's about to come out. Like a good 2-3 minutes later, he comes out. All this man has is a wife beater on, a towel around his waist. Surprise! He goes, oh, snap. He goes, don't worry about it. I got boxes underneath. We sing happy birthday, cut up the cake, eat a couple slices, and we all dip. We all sat out in the bleachers. Oh, my God. The game was fun. The experience everything was great. Here was the problem. It was 70 degrees outside. Not that bad of a weather.
Mm-hmm.
Clear sky, though. We all got fucking sunburned.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's very dark-skinned, if she can't withstand it, my light-skinned ass can't withstand it. So she goes and buys sunblock. She's handing it to everybody. Dude, throughout the game, I'm constantly putting it on, but my arms got dark. My face got dark. But I kept putting on this sunblock because I'm like, I'm not trying to get burned.
Yeah.
My girlfriend who was with me, she's very, very light. And bro, her arms and like her shoulder, which is where she had her shirt, is night and day. You see literally like white skin and like this dark brown from the sun. It's like, whoa. And it was her first time at the game. She'd never been to a Cubs game at all, and this was her first time, and she fucking enjoyed it, especially where we were at. We were having a ball, and the Cubs won that day. They literally tied it up in the 8th inning. It was man, when was it? I think it was like 7-5. Baez hits a home run. No, it was 6. It was 6-5. Baez hits a home run. Hits the home run, ties up the game, moves on to the 8th inning. They score, and then we catch up with a fucking nice one in the 9th inning. So I think it came out to be
8-7.
8-7.
Cubs Reds on Saturday.
Yep, that was us,
Yeah.
bro. We had a fucking ball, and it was great. We were laughing. There was jokes. My brother was already getting hammered because everybody's buying him a beer. Bro, I will go get me a beer and come back with two of them. They're like, "Damn, bro, I thought you were gonna get one. I gotta
So
give one
were
to
your
I gotta
so
give
were
one
your
for the birthday
seats
boy."
that you sent me that picture, were they were the
Underneath the scoreboard.
those oh, okay, so it was in the stadium, it wasn't those houses?
No, it
Oh,
was in the
okay.
stadium underneath the scoreboard, the old school scoreboard. We
Mm-hmm.
were there. That's where we sat. And because when we got there, bro, the bleachers in Wrigley, I don't know about if at Dodgers or any other place, but if you go to the bleachers, they're first come first serve. There's not assigned seating.
Oh, it's general admission?
Yep. No, not
Okay.
general admission. It's the
Well, whoever
prices
gets there
constantly goes
first
up.
like
Yeah.
gets the best seats.
So if you're there first in the morning, you're the first one in, and you can pick whatever the fuck seats you want. You can sit
Right.
anywhere. But when we got there, we were on the left side. We were in the left field looking for seats there. Nothing. So as I'm looking around, I look up. Boom. That's where I spot some decent seats underneath the scoreboard. I'm like, one, it's high enough. These are nice seats. We're in the middle of the action. Who's gonna complain? We get up
Mm-hmm.
there, boom, perfect, dude. We had enough. We have enough seats, and people are complaining like, "Hey, are those taken? Can I sit there?" No, right the fuck out.
Yeah.
But oh man, it was a pretty good game. What about you? Been to any Dodgers games lately?
No, dude, I mean, I'm just like, I'm still sad about the World Series last year. It's just like, that really messed me up, you know?
Yeah,
Because it's like you watch them till the last game of the season. They don't start Kershaw, and you're just like, I don't know, not that I want to be negative and be like that was their year, but it's just tough to come back to. And then I went to game two, so it's like $822 to watch them lose in the ninth inning. Like
oh, that yeah,
that's
that
like
would sting. That would hurt me too.
that hurt me like a lot.
That hurt me both in my pride and my wallet.
Yeah, but I mean they're in first place right now. I still get to watch every game on TV, so it's all right. They're doing good. We'll see what happens in October. The
Yep.
Cubs, it looks like, are a game back of the Brewers, but I think they'll pull it up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
It's been the
definitely.
Cubs and Dodgers in the NLCS the last few years, so that's always nice.
Yep. We're gonna bet money like we always did.
We didn't bet money last year. I would
We
have made
did
my.
it. We should, man. If you, yeah, we should have. If we did, you would have won that pile. I'm like, fuck. But the year before when we bet, this is okay. I gotta tell this story because this story is fucking
tell the
phenomenal.
story. It's worth
So
it.
it was my birthday 2 years back when the Cubs won the World Series 2 years
26.
back. It was a Cubs and Dodgers game. So I'm at a party celebrating the game. Everybody's watching the game of Cubs and Dodgers going at it, and I'm texting Mark here. We're texting back talking about the game. Mark initiates because he's the gambler. Hey, want to put some money down? Because what was luck was it was already the first 2 innings of the game, so it was like, yeah, we could put money down, might as well.
Like, still 0-0.
Yeah, so we put money down, $20. The game goes on, the game's getting good, and boom, Cubs win. I text Mark, "What up, homie? Cubs won." He doesn't reply to me. All I get is a reply from my bank saying, Mark has Mark has sent you $20 to your account. I start bawling. It was so funny. I'm laughing. Then I get a text back from him like, "Here you go." I was like, damn, that gotta hurt. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's not ideal.
Yeah, it wasn't. And then
Last year,
later that month, you congratulated me because the Cubs won the World Series, and we all went bonkers.
yeah, it's better than Cleveland.
Yeah. Who's the next group now with the drought? Wasn't it Cleveland?
Well, look, I mean, I think it still is, but I know the Marlins haven't. No, they won recently.
Yeah.
Orioles maybe.
Mm.
I was in Toronto last week. I think Toronto. No, they were in the 90s. But fans, I'll tell you something. Fans in Canada, like they are just as crazy as fans in the U.S. Like they got hot like at the Rogers Center. They had like hot dogs. They had like people selling shirts. People selling little trinkets and stuff outside the game. People get there on buses. I was like, geez, like you guys like baseball more than people do in America.
Yeah.
I don't even think I don't even are the Blue Jays yeah, the Blue Jays aren't even doing that good. They're 22 and a half games back and the game was like packed.
It's like Chicago. It's like, bro, it's like the Cubs, man. Back in their drought days, it was like no matter what, even though they were the shittiest team, Wrigley was always packed.
Yeah.
No matter what. And even if when they travel, it's just funny because my mother went to a Milwaukee game.
Yeah.
Cubs versus the Brewers. And she thought the Brewer was going to outnumber the Cubs fans.
Yeah, not at all.
When she sat down in her section to watch the game and have a good time, half the fucking stadium was Cubs. And it's been voted many times when they do this these polls on which city has the most hardcore fans. Chicago ranks number 1. Chicago travels with their fans no matter where, and that's where you get where like half the fucking stadium, it's all fucking Chicago fans.
I mean, we went
Bears, Bulls, Cubs, Sox.
We literally went to a museum on the Chicago history of sports.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't get much more big than that.
That was pretty fun though. When we went, I was not expecting that place to be actually that fun.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, your time in Chicago, man, it was great. It was great having you here. You guys got to come back, but you guys got to come back in the summer.
Yeah, I realized that we were just in Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and like we went to Toronto for the day, but it was so hot there and so humid. I was just like, how does anyone live in the summer with humidity? It's
Bro,
just insane.
We Chicagoans suffer from it all the time. Every summer.
You got those huge lakes, man.
Yep. Keeps us cool sometimes. When we're in the downtown area, especially on a hot, humid day, it's like when I was in LA. Remember how they're saying record high, 105 degrees, and we're literally by the ocean. We're in the pier. I'm like, man, it doesn't feel like 105 degrees. This feels great.
Yeah.
As soon as we get in the city, I'm like, fuck this.
Yep.
But at least over there, it's a dry heat. You don't sweat as bad, and it's okay.
Yeah, you don't feel it.
Where Chicago, it's a higher humidity.
Yeah. True.
Sometimes if it's like 80, 90 degrees, it feels like fucking 100 and something because of the humidity just brings it up, and you just start fucking oozing sweat.
Very true.
Yeah.
What are we at now? I feel like that was 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're at an hour and 3 minutes.
Oh man, are you gonna edit some of this down, or is this gonna be an extra long one?
This is gonna be an extra long one.
Oh wow.
We'll just go through it and then
in for a treat.
Yep. I got a haircut appointment to go to at 1 though.
Oh, okay. So you gotta
I gotta leave out of here like around. I gotta leave around here in like 20 minutes. So it doesn't really matter. It's not that far from my place. Cool. But yeah. What else? I want to go back to Vegas. That was fucking fun.
Yeah, Vegas is pretty cool.
Bro, I would love to have the Q-Net crew all in Vegas. I feel like we'll be like Hangover, bro. Somebody's gonna end up on a roof of a fucking building.
That'll be the next movie. It's like Hangover 4 in real life.
Yeah, it's just all of us.
Yeah.
We all pitch in, get a fucking penthouse, and then act a fool. We'll take Keith to the fucking shooting range. We'll take Jay Moore to the race cars where you can just drive one of the fucking fancy cars and go around.
He's a car guy?
I don't know. He seems like a car guy though.
He seems like a car. Yeah.
It's something about him is like he seems like this motherfucker likes cars, like
Yeah,
hardcore, like so.
yeah,
And
yeah,
if you threw his ass in a Bugatti, he will fucking piss his pants.
yeah. I kind of want to do that for my birthday. I try to do something different on my birthday each year.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually planning to try to go to Vegas this year, but it didn't work out. But definitely I would like to plan something because Key keeps planning the whole like, hey, let's go camping in Montana.
Yeah, I was like, what the
What?
heck?
First of all, what's in Montana, and why are we camping?
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. Hi. Freaking.
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Not much other than gotta have you more on here, especially when you blow up pretty big.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for having me. Give me a plug. I'll plug myself, Marcus Dodger fan on Insta. Uh, yeah, I'd love to hear. Yeah, do you ever get feedback from anybody on what to put on here?
No, not really. We're not that big yet, but just a couple reviews on iTunes.
Nice. Well, review us, send us feedback because we want to do better
Yes, we
and we
do.
want to blow up on the podcast world.
Oh, yes, we do. I have an interview coming up soon with Antonio Di Samario. He is a co-worker of mine who wrote a book and published it. We spoke about it in our last one.
I heard that on the last podcast,
Yep.
actually.
I recommend checking out his book called Borrowed Time. You could get
Well,
you could get a digital copy or a physical copy on Amazon.
cool.
Amazon, iTunes, or Google Play. I want to
You
say.
said it was sci-fi, right?
Yeah, it's like a it's more of a thriller with some with a sprinkle of sci-fi in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining our cast today. I'm your host Tank and our special guest Mark. Thank you for joining.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.
You guys have a good night. Peace out.